You are listening to Mark Lack, and this is Retail 101 Online. Welcome, Retail 101ers, to episode number 22. These episodes are all designed to give you some quick bursts of retail or management knowledge, and you can do it at your own pace. For our amazing regulars, a huge thank you for continuing to tune in. Your unwavering support keeps us revved up and ready to dive headfirst into the chaotic world of retail. I'm so glad you're here today, because this episode might just change the way you see your role, not just as a retail professional, but as a thinker, a leader, and a problem solver. My name is Mark Lack, and I'm the host of the Retail 101 online channel, a dedicated resource to learning about all things retail and management by people who've walked the same floor tiles, worn the same name tags, and lived the same stories as you. You've probably heard of the term critical thinking before. Maybe it brings to mind people in boardrooms or university lectures. But let me tell you something. Critical thinking is not just for professors and executives. It's for you. Whether you're running the cash register, managing a shift, or leading an entire store, critical thinking is one of the most powerful skills you can develop. And it's one of the few things that can never be taken away from you. In retail, we face decisions every single day, sometimes hundreds of them. What do I say to this angry customer? How should I prioritize this task? Why did this promotion not perform as expected? And perhaps, most importantly, how can I improve the customer experience and support my team better? In today's episode, we're diving into a model for mastering critical thinking called Bloom's Taxonomy, broken into 6 easy-to-follow levels. Remember, understand, apply, analyze, evaluate, and create. We'll explore how each level works and how you can use it to level up your skills, your leadership, and your entire career. So, let's get into it. Level 1. Remember. The first level of critical thinking is remembering. This might sound a little basic, but it's the foundation for everything else. If you don't have the facts, you can't make good decisions. In retail, this means recalling key information. For example, what are our store policies? What are the current promotions? What's our return policy? What product features are the most important? As a team member, your ability to remember these details helps you serve customers quickly and accurately. For managers, remembering team schedules, training modules, or previous customer complaints gives you credibility and consistency. How can you improve your memory in a busy retail setting? Well, use things like repetition. Repeat key facts out loud or mentally during quiet moments. Write things down on a small notepad or even your phone. In fact, I will even from time to time leave myself a calendar reminder for a critical task that I need to complete. Quiz yourself on policy updates or product features. The more you train your memory, the more confident you'll be at the checkout, in front of customers, or during team meetings. Level 2. Understand. Once you've remembered something, the next step is to understand it. This means being able to explain it in your own words and connect it to other ideas. Understanding in retail looks like this. Knowing not just that a product is on sale, but why it's on sale. Explaining to a customer not just what the return policy is, but why it exists. Or even training a team member not just how to do a task, but helping them understand why it matters. Let's take an example. You remember that your store closes at 10 p.m. That's great. But when a customer asks why they can't return something at 9:55 p.m, understanding helps you say, returns take time to process, and we need to close on time for cleaning and staff safety. Obviously, discretion helps here too. To help the customer, if it is going to be just a few minutes, then you can take the time to complete the refund for them. It's really about seeing the bigger picture and explaining it clearly. Understanding makes you a better communicator, trainer, and decision maker. To improve your understanding, ask why questions. For example, why is this process done this way? Teach someone else. If you can explain it simply, you understand it deeply. And don't be afraid to ask for clarification when something doesn't make sense. Levels 3 and 4. Apply and analyze. Now we're getting into more advanced thinking. Apply means taking what you know and using it in real-world situations. Analyze means breaking complex problems into smaller parts. Let's start with apply. In a retail store, you apply knowledge when you adjust your sales pitch based upon the customer's needs, rearrange products on the shelf for better visibility, or use what you learned in a training program to coach a team member. Managers apply knowledge every time they create a new schedule, hold a meeting, or review sales data. It's all about putting what you know into action. Now for analyze. This is about asking deeper questions. Why are sales down this week? What patterns do I see in customer feedback? Or even, which part of our training processes needs improvement? Let's say your store gets 5 customer complaints in 1 week. Instead of just reacting, you analyze. What time did they happen? Were the same employees involved? Were the complaints about a product, service, or process? By analyzing the pieces, you find the root cause. And that's what helps you fix the problem, not just patch it. To strengthen these skills, you need to practice solving small problems every single day. Review your actions after each shift. What went well, what didn't, and why. And, most importantly, be curious. Never stop asking, how can we do this better? Levels 5 and 6. Evaluate and create. Now we're really at the top of the pyramid. These are the skills that make you stand out, not just in retail, but in any career. Evaluate means making informed judgments. It's not just guessing or going with your gut. It's assessing data, comparing options, and making the best choice with clear reasoning. In retail, evaluation might involve deciding which team member is ready for promotion, choosing between 2 merchandising or pricing strategies, or assessing whether a customer complaint is valid or exaggerated. It's about stepping back and making smart calls. Retail managers who evaluate well are often the ones trusted with more responsibility. Now we're at create, the highest level, which is where innovation happens. It means combining ideas to form new solutions. Some examples in retail would be designing a new customer loyalty program, creating a weekend promotion that boosts foot traffic, or inventing a better way to onboard new hires. To reach this level, you need the other 5: memory, understanding, application, analysis, and evaluation. But once you're here, you're not just a good retail worker, you're a leader, a problem solver, a change maker. To develop your evaluation and creation skills, you will need to reflect after big decisions. What worked? What didn't? What would I change next time? Collaborate with others. New ideas often come from conversations. And keep a journal of ideas. Don't judge them right away, just write them down. Many times I have been driving between visiting stores and an idea just pops into my head. I don't throw away any of them. At my next opportunity to stop, I write it down in my notes app in my phone. You never know when it might come in use, and sometimes, in fact many times for me, not for the original application that I had thought about. Help is on the way. What about some practical tips for using critical thinking in retail? Let's break down how each level of Bloom's taxonomy can be directly applied in the retail world. Whether you're on the floor or managing a team, these skills are not just helpful, they're essential. Level 1. Remember. Know your basics. In retail, remember means mastering the foundational knowledge that you use every day, such as product information, promotions, policies, and procedures. Train your staff to remember the core facts that keep your store running. The practical tip here is to use daily huddles to quiz staff on the latest offers. Use repetition and quick games to help staff lock in the information. Level 2. Understand. Explain and clarify. This is about making sense of what you know. If someone asks why one item is more expensive than another, can your team clearly explain it? The practical tip here is to encourage role-play scenarios during training. Let team members practice explaining products to each other. If they can teach it, they truly understand it. Level 3. Apply. Use knowledge on the floor. Application is where the magic happens. It's taking what you know and using it to solve problems. The practical tip here is that when an upset customer comes in, a staff member who applies store policy with empathy shows advanced critical thinking. Practice what-if scenarios so your team is ready when challenges arise. Level 4. Analyze. Break it down. Analysis helps you understand why something's not working. Why did sales dip this week? Why do returns spike on certain products? The practical tip here is to teach staff to track patterns. Are complaints about the same item? Are multiple customers confused about a display? Encourage curiosity, not just compliance. Level 5. Evaluate. Make judgments. This is the skill that managers need most. Evaluation means deciding between options and explaining why one path is better than another. The practical tip here is that when hiring, promoting, or resolving conflict, evaluate with reason. Don't just go by gut feeling. Ask your team for pros and cons, consider consequences, and back decisions with evidence. And of course, level 6, create. Innovate the experience. The highest level is creation, such as designing new ways to enhance the customer experience or team dynamics. The practical tip here is to empower employees to make suggestions. Start an idea of the month board, for example. Let creativity flow from the floor up. I have always found, believe it or not, that those closest to the customer often have the best ideas. And some final thoughts from me. Critical thinking isn't just for scholars or executives. It belongs on the shop floor, behind the counter, and in every daily decision we make. By learning and teaching these 6 levels, from remembering to creating, you not only improve your store's performance, but also empower your team to grow beyond their job descriptions. Imagine a workplace where staff aren't just following instructions, but thinking deeply, solving problems, and offering new ideas. That's not just good for business, it's life-changing for your team. So, as we wrap up episode 22, remember this. You can teach product knowledge in an hour, but critical thinking, that's a journey. Start small, build daily, and celebrate progress. And together, let's raise the bar for what's possible in retail. I hope this has helped somewhat in your understanding of Bloom's taxonomy and critical thinking. If you can think of anything else, then you know how to find me. Send me a message on LinkedIn, X, or the retail101online.com website, and I can add some new insights to the list. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell wherever you get your podcast fix, so you never miss out on the excitement of our next episode drop. Remember, these smartest stores are the ones where everyone is learning, thinking, and growing. Join the future, start today. And that's it, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next episode, maybe in a couple of weeks' time. Cheers.